So, welcome back. A couple weeks ago, I promised that I was going to do a dreamscape talk. So, what that is I like to lucid dream and I like to paint my dreams. So, I have a couple examples on my laptop here that I'm going to be flipping through and talking about. And this is something that is ongoing and that I'm trying to focus on for a big gallery opening in the future. So stick it out to the end and you'll get a sneak peek at some work in progress pieces that I'm doing. So this first dream, um, I was walking through the street alone. It was dark and scary. And all of a sudden, this door shows up in the middle of the street. I open it, and everything is super bright, almost like a cotton candy land. And I just feel safe. And it's got like these really long, windy roads. This painting is also combined with another dream that I just wanted to have a hint of in this one. So these beings inside the door, you'll see their silhouettes along the path. So it almost felt like I was at a festival or a ceremony. I felt like I was intruding or in the wrong place. I got caught in between the crowd and I ended up between what felt like a Noah's Ark of um, higher beings or aliens, whatever you want to call it. So the first ones were about my height and they were very strong and hard and tough looking. The second ones I don't quite remember, but I know that they were a little bit taller. And the third ones I very much remember. They were probably about 20 feet tall. They were in these gowns and they had their arms kind of crossed like this, like very graceful and calm. And they looked down right into my eyes as if I was not supposed to be there at that time, which was very scary. Um, so I'm going to show you a little snippet here of something I found 2 weeks later. This is something I came across on Instagram. I'm not going to play the clip, but this was the thumbnail, and when I saw this, it just clicked. I knew that these were the things that I saw. They might have been not as gray, but the gowns look very similar with their light colors and gold details. And you can tell these beings are very tall. So if you're interested in this video, type in the Hollow Earth Forbidden City of Agartha and check it out. And that's just detail of the painting. I wanted my paintings to be very vague because when you're dreaming you can't really get really good detail half the time, so this was a fairly quick gesture for these. And just a size comparison, this is how big it is. Yeah. And the reason I paint them this big is so that when you look them, it's almost like you can walk into this doorway. And it just has such an impact when you see it in person. So my next one here, I call this my beautiful nightmare. Years ago, I did this little watercolor of what I first saw when I remember waking up in the dream. So I woke up in this pink factory. It was abandoned, but there were a lot of conveyor belts and steam rooms, and these very small square windows that you could just crawl through. And everything was being grown over with greenery. It was really beautiful, but I still felt captive and like I had to escape. This painting is also combined with a few other dreams that I've had. You'll see the cow here. He was being dragged by the black silhouette you might have seen, and he was all bejeweled and he had this third eye. I found him just stunning, so I had to throw him in there. It was just a close-up of kind of getting that dreamy daisy kind of effect with all the eyes and the orbs. And you'll see here, that there was this really long runway, and there's these two little security guards here. And I remember these two huge white beings just running right past me. So in real life, it was a lot closer, but I just wanted to add them in as a little hint. So this dream here, I feel like I want to call it The Sky is Falling, just because I remember looking at the moon like it was 10 times as large as it usually is. And these fireworks were coming off of it, and the moon was starting to explode, and it was so overwhelming. Around this time, I met someone, so I wanted to show how much I missed them by making my blanket look like it was him. And just very vaguely painting my face here, just kind of as a inception. And this last little bit here, I actually dreamt that I fell off of my bed into a door on the floor, and I was just skydiving through this very yellow and peachy sky. So that's what this little guy is all about. And at the time, I was thinking maybe because I was falling in love, so I was having dreams about me literally falling and being okay with it. Because I was terrified, but at the same time, it was the best feeling ever. So there it is. Thank you for watching. If you have any insight to what these things could mean, or if you've seen any of these types of creatures or situations, I would love to hear about them. As I promised, again, there is a little sneak peek that I have to show you. So here is one of them. So I dreamt of a ballroom. I remember flying through it, and one of the tiles opened up in the floor, and it turned into the sky as I flew through it. There's a few more little details that I have to add to this one here, and I want to make it larger, but we'll see how that goes. And as another sneak peek, so this is probably 3 by 4 to 5 feet. I'm not going to say what it is because they still have a lot of work to do on it, but make of it as you will. This will probably take me some time, but when I get it done, I will be sure to show you. So I just wanted to say thanks again. If you like this video, obviously, you know, give it a like, subscribe if you want to see more of whatever I happen to create in the future. But thank you so much for watching, and see you around.